Welcome to Inspiring Teachers, a show bringing you classroom tips, motivation, and stories from successful educators. Join Tavis Beam and Danny Hogger as they explore the why of teaching.
Hello, and welcome to Inspiring Teachers End of the Year edition. I'm Danny Hogger. Tavis Beam is in his classroom, probably doing woodshop-y stuff, cleaning piles, dusting, I don't know. I've got a resource to share with you for free today that I'm going to talk about. It's also available as a template for 49 cents on AmpedUpLearning.com. So let's get into that. AmpedUpLearning.com is a great resource for buying materials for your classroom, getting your summer and fall planning together for any subject matter, and a lot of resources are there to get students out of the sit and get learning exchange that can be boring and tiresome. There's a lot of great resources for project-based learning, flashcards, studying, materials, all sorts of different cool stuff, even attire and t-shirts, great stuff there. So go to AmpedUpLearning.com, check it out. I got a promo code for you, Hogger History 10. Hogger's H-A-U-G-E-R. I almost misspelled my own name. That's good, right? Hogger History 10. And check them out and save 10%. Subscribe on social media at AmpedUpLearning and be a part of the giveaways and awesome stuff that they do there too. So today I'm packing my classroom and planning and putting things away. And I came up with an idea that I just shared with my colleagues as an idea, obviously. So if you take a look around my room, you can see resources for many, many different things and lots of different historical posters. I am a high school history teacher. So, oh, sorry about that. I think you might have got a little leg there for a second. Hopefully we can edit that out at 1:27. If I forget, though, it's all right. It's summer and we're all starting to let loose a little bit. But even like this Malcolm X poster down here, all are filled with quotes about education or takeaways that I'm hoping students will gain through the year. Things that I think can be helpful, encouraging, motivating, supportive, all the things that, like, with reasons I put these things on my wall, plus examples of student work from the past. So the idea is that I ask questions for them to find different posters, things about sports or entertainment or pop culture or U.S. presidents or world history, and ask them a quick question about, like, what is this poster? What purpose does it serve? What's the expectation of learning that I would hope you would get from seeing it? And then there's also some freeform questions, like find a quote, any quote, and explain whether you like it. Score it from 1 to 10. Does it apply to you personally? And then you have feedback about your room that you might use in planning or changing things that are there. And it's a partner activity, so they can be meeting someone in class at the beginning of the semester, which could be valuable, and feeling comfortable in their environment. And then every time they sit in your room for the whole year, there's a sense of importance behind learning, thinking, and considering what's there. The larger connection and implication is that when students are considering what's in the room and why, it's training them. Here's the part that you teach, that as you go through life as well, you'll see many things, and will you process them? Do you choose to place importance or draw inspiration or even think deeper than just seeing colors and shapes and photos and wondering why, but actually guiding yourself through the activity and the experience of learning from the things that we see? I was doing this as I sat on my desk, as I do every year. I just take like a meditative reflection couple of minutes, and I'm doing it now. I just look around my room and think about my place in this room, in this school, in this town, in this state, in this world, and consider, what's missing. And students can do the same thing if you guide them through. It'll also maybe give them a little bit of sense of respect or satisfaction that their teacher has taken time to curate or concern themselves with the surroundings. And if they rate some things low that they find, one of the questions is, choose 3 items that we didn't talk about or you didn't look at. Do you think they're important and meaningful to you personally? Score them 1 to 10 again. And then as a teacher, I'll be able to take that and say, like, oh, nobody thinks that the Cold War poster that a student made is important, or the Lorax student work, or maybe posters that are placards from the U.S. history book. And if they don't see value in it, then, maybe I need to readdress why I have it on the wall. Or maybe it is valuable and I need to just teach why that is there. So I think that'll be really cool. And it might also be a good thing to add, because you can fully edit and change this document. It might be cool to add why you think something is valuable and what's missing. What would you put here if you could? So that's my idea for this week. And I think it's something you can do for free, or you can go to AmpedUpLearning.com and search for it in the Hogger History store. The search terms would be Scavenger Hunt Around Your Classroom for Posters. And you can grab my document there, which is 2 pages long, for 49 cents. And you can just change it out, any questions that don't apply to posters on your wall, for more specifics that are fluent and relevant to you. I'm releasing this in June, and our summer is about 6 or 7 weeks, depending on how many training days you attend. And just want to continue to thank you for listening. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go and check that out. And thank you everybody on podbean.com for giving us bandwidth for this educational program. We appreciate that as well. So if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the audio podcast. And if you want to find a way to support me, there is a Patreon for Danny Hogger YouTube and Danny Hogger Music. And anything you support of mine, from Spotify to Pandora, it all helps me know that this is all meaningful media that's helpful to you, completely independent. And that's awesome, because I was a broadcast student, and there's a reason I still do this. It's just that I enjoy it, but I hope it has some meaning in your life as well. And if you know someone that would be a great guest, get in touch with me. And we're going to cut this off for today and say thank you so much for listening to Inspiring Teachers. I'm Danny Hogger, and until next time, wishing you all the best. Class dismissed, everyone.